I'm Frank Ryan.
Hi, guys. I'm Adam Pettinger.
And welcome to another episode of Beachfront Banter. And today we are with Susan and Cathy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, how we doing?
Good.
And you guys are with...
Decor Direct Interiors.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah, no, we always love... Again, so another Decor Direct, for those who don't know, is another branch or sister company, subsidiary, whatever you want to call them, another part of the Schell Brother experience. So when you go into our models and you see how beautifully decorated these homes are, and you're like, oh, I wish I had someone to help me create this. Well, these are the ladies who help.
Actually, funny story. When people do
Always a
say
funny
that
story.
in the models, I usually say, well, I did it all myself.
Adam does typically take credit for the models.
I did it all. I just picked it all out very quickly. But no, it's not. It's with
Man of many talents.
Yeah.
the same joke.
and like say, but that's true. But Susan, you're in charge of the models, no? That's your game. That's your
That's
gig.
my full-time gig now,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It didn't start out that way, but now with having the other company divisions and so forth, it's really more than full-time to do the models. So,
Yeah.
it keeps me busy.
So how many years has it been where you've been like the full model lady? Because
How
people
long?
know you from the models. Let's be honest.
model
Like,
lady.
lots of people know Susan.
So I've been with the company for 13 years, and I started out as the lead designer. I was not doing the models. We were starting the division of Decor Direct. And I was the one that worked with all the clients, all Echelon home clients, and we had an outside designer doing all the models. And I really wanted to get my foot in the door to do the models too, because clients come in, as you know, and say, I saw this in the model and I want to work with the person in the model. So it was hard to have an outside person doing the models because she wasn't actually working with homeowners. So it kind of tweaked into me doing the models. The outside designer didn't finish a model. She had a full-time job, so she was doing the models on the side. So there was one model up in Senators, I think it was, that was unfinished. So Chris, I kind of begged, let me finish the model. And Chris let me finish it. And then he liked what he saw. And we just.
So Senators was your first model?
So Senators, I finished the basement in Senators.
Okay. Of the Cassidy?
It was, oh my gosh, I can't even remember. It was,
And what was it?
it might have been a Kingfisher.
Oh, is it Henlopen over there?
It was a Henlopen.
Yep.
Yes, it was a
Oh, it
Henlopen.
was.
So I
know the
finished.
owners. I know the owners.
Oh, you do? Okay, so that was my first
Great
foot in the door. And then.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm ever hearing this story.
And then Independence was my first true model that I
okay.
started from scratch.
Wow.
From
There you
start
go.
to finish. So,
So
yeah.
Senators was a community we had east of Route 1 that was super successful in that regard. And Independence was our very amazing over 55 community, which
And
was
it
actually
still
just
is,
Division.
we
still
just
going.
opened up the very last phase.
Yes.
Which is pretty awesome as well. Why don't you both give us a little bit more of a background on how you got into the design game? I keep
Okay.
saying game. I don't know why that's on my mind. Into the design world.
Kind of a
Okay.
game.
How did that both happen for both of you?
Okay. So from very early age, I always redecorated my bedroom. I always had this interest. I was very artistic in school, so I knew I wanted to go in a creative direction. So interior design was just kind of something that I was pulled to. And I got a degree in design. And then my first job was working at Shavitz Furniture in Baltimore. And they were a 2-story furniture store. And I was hired as the display manager. So I went in, did all the in-store displays for this company, which was actually a very prominent furniture store for many years, no longer with us. But so I worked there for several years, and I got a assistant design job for a designer who was ASID certified, and he was pretty well known, like in the Parkville, Maryland area. So I learned like a tremendous amount from him. And then we started a family, and I just started my own business. So I had my own business for 20 years
Oh wow!
before moving down here. So yeah.
And how did you get down here? How did you finally get from Baltimore to the beach?
So I had during like 2010, when everything was kind of crashing, the markets and so forth, I had a client down here that was building a house. So I came down, she hired me to come down, and we always loved it. We always vacation like in Bethany, Rehoboth area. So I love the area. And we came down. Maryland and Pennsylvania were really, really slow. Like construction had stopped. You know, the economy was horrible. Came down here and there was a lot of people building, and it wasn't booming, but it was booming compared to where we were. And so I came down and I was like, our kids were in college and my husband was self-employed. He does home improvements. So we always kind of worked off of each other. And I got another job down here as a referral from the one that I was originally doing. And I was like, you know what? We should just like move down. Like we always wanted to retire down here. Like who doesn't want to retire at the beach? So we were like, you know what? Let's just, you know, feel it out, feel the market. And I ended up landing a job with J. Con Scott in Selbyville. So I could build my clientele and so forth. And then, so we made the move down here. Kids were happy because they were in college. They would come home, vacation, summertime at the beach. So it was like the perfect scenario. So I worked for them for like a little bit over a year. And I saw an advertisement for, it was Echelon Interiors at the time. But it was Schell Brothers hiring a lead designer for Echelon Interiors. So I applied for it. Got a call for an interview, and at the time it was Rob Holler, who was the HR director. So I was really nervous because I felt like this was like such a good fit for me, like what I wanted to do. But I was nervous because I didn't want my employer to find out. You know, it's a small town down here, everybody talks. So I was like nervous, and I had my portfolio, and I came in and met Rob. It was the most awkward interview. Not because of Rob. I was like prepared to show my portfolio, talk about the design world, and what I could do, and what I could bring to the company. And he caught me off guard and was asking like off the cuff questions, and I wasn't good on the spot, and I totally blew the interview. I knew when I left I was not going to get a call back. It was like so
Apparently
bad.
not. You did
So right. I did not, and I was right. I did not get a call back. So I was really bummed about it. And one of my coworkers at J. Con Scott, I talked to her and I was like, I'm so bummed. I went for this interview. I didn't want anyone to know, but I got to like get it off my chest. And I was like, I totally blew the interview. I'll never hear from them again. And she was like, where was it for? And I was like, well, it's part of Schell Brothers. And she was like, I know Maddie Adler. And she said, let me make a phone call. And I was like, really? So she made a phone call and said, hey, you know, a friend of mine interviewed. She thinks she blew the interview. Can you give her a second chance? Can you? And he was like, actually, I'm the second interviewer. Like, but Rob never passed my name along.
Oh, no.
I did so bad.
I'd love to. Can you remember any of the questions like that he asked? It was so off
the wall.
Because I can't imagine Rob going, well, what do you think about pastel versus...
It was actually not, the reason why it wasn't good, it was not design related at all.
Right.
It was just kind of like, if you saw someone like in a parking lot that needed help, like what would you like? Something like
train a lead.
Anything design wise, and I'll be fine. And he did not ask me anything design related. It was really.
So sorry, you were Maddie.
So Maddie gave me a chance. He called me in for the second interview, and he actually confessed that his first interview was with Chris Schell, and he said I was nervous, and he was like, I totally relate. He said I blew the interview. Like there was no way Chris was going to hire him after the interview, and he said, so I totally know where you're coming from. And he said his friends like Wes and I forget who else was Diamata, I think was one of them, that talked Chris into hiring Maddie. Because Chris was not going to hire you, did not interview well. So Maddie's like, I totally get it. Like, I wanted to give you a second chance because I totally get not interviewing well.
Yeah, only a few people have done well at interviews with Chris.
So,
Would you throw money all over the place?
Now, Chris, I interviewed, so I had the interview with Maddie. We connected, we hit it off and so forth. So my third interview was with Chris.
Oh, the big man.
The big man. And I felt good. Like, Chris was actually very easy to talk to. I felt really good with, and then I got hired. Obviously, got hired at that point. But yeah,
well,
I almost wasn't.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness is right.
Rob isn't in HR no more. But still works for the company. That's why we're laughing. He works in that innovation team. Does excellent work. Thank you, Rob.
Rob's awesome. It wasn't a dig against Rob. It was
no.
I was not prepared for that kind of interview.
Yeah.
So.
Your driving test questions maybe not so good. Yeah. What would you do if you stopped there? Yeah.
Yes.
Cathy, tell us about
Yes.
yourself.
My story is extremely different from that. I literally grew up on my mother's workroom floor. So I started very much in the construction of home interior items, meaning like drapery panels, custom pillows, cushions, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Dannemans or
I totally remember
Calico
Jake.
Corners.
Yes.
These places that would sell fabric. Well, people didn't just want fabric; they wanted swags and jibbos. We just talked about that earlier too. So my mom would get the fabric, and then she would get the work order into what that fabric should be made into, and she was an absolute master seamstress. So yeah, really started there, and then when we relocated as a family to the beach area, she opened up a storefront. And our whole family kind of worked together. And it was very much life experience more than a formal setting, like college degree. But yeah, so I worked for family for a long time. And then COVID happened. I had a son. Oh, I still have him. But my son was very young at the time. I think he was in like 3rd grade when all that went down. And anyway, long story short, I had to become a stay-at-home mom for a little while. So stayed home with him. And then when I was ready to get back into things, I said, I could really use a little more structure. So let me reach out to Jamie Sennard because I knew she worked at Décor Direct and we've known each other for a long time. And I was like, do you guys happen to be hiring? And I don't even know if they were, to be honest.
We were talking about hiring.
Yeah.
And then Jamie brought you
I was just sort of
in,
like,
and we were
may I
like, we
please
love
have a
her.
job?
She did too.
She actually interviewed very well. We love Cathy right from the
Oh
start.
my God, they put me through so many awkward things too, though. Speaking of your Rob interviews, do you remember when I had to do that like faux Zoom while all of you guys were watching me?
Yes, I do remember that.
It was very, very. I
Easy?
was
What
put
did
in
you
some
do?
very like
We
it was
like to
a-
torture
it was
it. No, we didn't hire.
a mock Zoom, and I had to it was very
mock
it was a
customize in
very
terms of, like-
embarrassing, but
Did great.
Who did you mock Zoom with? Who was on the
the
other side?
whole rest of Decor Direct,
It's just yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
so
whole
we were
rest
like
of
here,
them,
and she was,
and they were customers, and I needed to put on my professional voice and try to walk them through
nailed it. Yeah,
an
she did
appointment.
great.
And well, here I am. So I guess it went okay. But yeah, that was about 3 years ago now.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. And we should announce you just received high accolades as well.
Well, thank you.
You just won top designer for the Regal Awards for the
Yes.
New Home Association
Go ahead.
of Delaware.
Yeah.
I always forget something
For those-
that
yeah.
I think actually everyone at this table won an award that night.
well, we won a lot of model awards for
Oh, God, yeah.
sure.
You guys have your
And you guys,
We did win.
Beachfront
That's a- Look at
Banter.
you getting
Yeah,
this very
this
good.
is a winning group.
This
We
is-
did yeah. Beachfront Banter. Beachfront Banter did win an award.
win an
Our
award.
first award of many, as I've
Yes.
been telling people, which was for the Regals for the best event promotion for a builder.
For that, and for
Yep.
those who don't know, it's basically every area has it, right? Where we celebrate and we talk about builders in the area with designers, renovation teams. So in this state, it's the Regals,
It's the
and
Regals.
that's yes. So best in.
But it's the
state.
biggest awards. It's the biggest award we have in the
state.
new home industry
Yeah.
in Delaware.
Correct.
Correct.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the biggest award to get. And,
Oh, absolutely.
We were all
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
lucky that night.
Yeah. Great night. Great
It
night.
was a great night.
All right. Well, we've got your introductions and how you got here. Why don't you both? And we've sort of alluded to Susan what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So you just do models. I actually don't even know the answer to this. You just do models.
So I do the models and I co-design clubhouses with Maddie.
Okay.
And then I also do outside projects with other builders
Okay.
and clients
Okay.
outside of
Mhm.
Decor Direct clientele. So,
Yes.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Kathy?
Yes. So Schell clients, after they've purchased a home, they all sort of filter through the Decor Direct system. Not a requirement to work with us, obviously. But, a lot of them see Susan's beautiful models and they're like, I would like at least some of that to be done on my behalf. And so that's what we're there to help with. We do everything from area rugs, furniture. window treatments, wallpaper. We're in love with wallpaper right now. Lighting, accessorizing, space planning. You know, you kind of
draperies. Cathy's the queen of draperies, as you heard from her background. She's truly like the expert of drapery treatments for our company. So yeah.
So you alluded to so Cathy, you work exclusively with our homeowners. In that regard.
Well, I would say that is a good vast majority of the people I work
and then
with. Yes.
also
if
outside.
people come from any other place, we're more than happy to work with them as well. It's easy for a Schell homeowner because we do have access to their floor plans and their window sizes. So I can space plan and quote things extremely easily on their behalf. Where obviously if somebody comes from a house they're remodeling, there's a lot of other legwork that goes into it. But yeah, it's extremely easy for a Schell homeowner to work with us.
Okay, so then share with people who are watching and they're either going through the early stages of the process now or they're getting ready to make a purchase. So how would they find you guys, or how do you get contacted? Like, I just bought a Schell home. Yes.
You just bought a Schell home. You're going to get an automatic email.
Okay.
That's going to welcome you to Decor Direct. There will be a link to click on to schedule an appointment at your leisure. You will get a calendar that's a live link. And anytime that anyone's available in the office, you would be able to schedule that appointment for yourself. And then it just comes down to your initial meeting is typically a Zoom call where we kind of get to know each other, the scope of your project, the things you're looking for, your taste, you know. And then, but if you prefer for that first appointment to be in person, we're more than happy to do that too. It's just like a lot of people aren't local, you know, they're building
absolutely.
from wherever they live. So then, yeah, that would typically turn into an in-person appointment. But we have a lot of things that we gather and put together before anybody, so we can be as productive as possible once we have you in the building. So we already have like a space plan ready and some suggestions of pieces and fabrics and whatnot.
What's nice is now with the new design center too, we have access to all the flooring and the cabinet and the tile colors. People, you know, like to see everything together, you know, just selecting fabric and so forth. So that's
so what Susan's alluding to is we have a new design studio for Schell Brothers. So we have the main one, which is at the main office, which is the whole first floor. And then we have, like, say, the offices where the little people do little things.
Whatever they do.
Long-standing joke. But the whole of the first floor of the Schell Brothers building is our design studio. And then we're just about to, I don't think we're fully open yet. We're not fully operational, but soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. We're opening up a second design studio, which will be for people for more of a just looking situation. So a lot of people want to, the way it works is when you design your house with me and Frank, obviously we're not experts. I always tell people,
please come to us.
Susan, you see my homes? And so we always say, well, we work with you in the design studio, Adam. I said, absolutely not. You work with someone much better, and then you can work with other people who are even better than that, or even similar, same excellence in terms of working with Décor Direct. So, like, say you go to the design studio to see everything, touch everything, and make your final decisions. With us, you're just doing placeholders, and we're really listening to what you're telling us is important, and we build the house accordingly. So we're putting placeholders in. But when you go to the design studio, you're doing all your final choices, and then typically you work with you guys. Yes.
So we kind of pick up where the Schell Design Center designers leave off. So you do all your build selections for the home with the Schell Design Center, and then we pick up from there. We do the furniture, like Cathy said, the furniture, space planning, paint colors, you know.
Well, here's something too. So I'm gonna, and again, so people can understand. So there are things because we try to bridge the gap between production and custom, right?
Yes.
Right.
And you know, by having these sister companies, Decor, Clean Energy, Creative, we can do different things. So what not everyone or other builders or maybe be able to do is that we can do things design oriented during the build, right? So what are some of the services people can get during production that they can actually attach to the price of their home? They can finance these things if they wanted to.
Sure. The only thing that is available to be rolled into your home cost would be the functional window treatments. Emphasis on the functional, because drapery panels need not apply.
Oh, they don't.
But anything that's going to give you privacy or light control, so blinds, shades, shutters, those can be rolled into the home cost and therefore installed prior to settlement.
And one of the great things about that, and a lot of us know, especially, well, we've already made enough jokes about how many homes Adam has built. But what we know is when we move into your, people don't realize it. When you move into your home, the first day, it could be a fishbowl. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you are on display.
You sure
right?
are.
Yes. So being able to do window treatments during the build and move into that privacy
huge.
is huge.
It's turnkey. It's very nice. Yeah.
It's turnkey. I like that.
Turnkey is a good term.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's definitely true. And we've, like I say, when you're moving in, I guess the other element to that is when you are moving into a home, which I'm going to find out shortly, is super stressful. Like that time, I always tell people, hey guys, it's not from once you break ground and the house is getting built for you, it's all easy stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But once you go to settlement, there's usually a lot of things that are happening, like furniture deliveries,
Yes.
you know, the
Get the painters in.
Yeah.
the painters, the guy who's doing the technology, the cable guy. I mean, there can be a lot. It's a hugely
absolutely.
stressful period of time. Having the ability to reduce that stress is one of the things, obviously, as well as being able to throw it into a mortgage and pay it over a long period of time, is one of those huge. If you can do it. It's one of those huge things that actually is massive, I feel, for homeowners.
I do feel like it's worth mentioning also that if you were to purchase drapery panels or wallpaper or lighting, we do also facilitate the installation of those things. So scheduling those things after settlement, that like week after when everything is crazy, we take that off of your plate as well.
Okay.
Very cool.
How is it functional window treatments, which I've never used before, but I thought every window treatment was functional. But anyway, how is it functional window treatments can be rolled into a mortgage, but like lighting, like pendants or...
Functional window treatments add value to your home and therefore can be recognized in a mortgage.
They're also, the banks consider them permanent items. So if they were to resell the house, the window treatments go with the house.
Yep.
Whereas like draperies and furniture don't typically.
We do.
It is optional. It is a choice.
We do lighting fixtures. We don't offer lighting fixtures in the mortgage only because of time frame wise. With the Schell electricians, a lot of times there's not time for us to get custom treatment light fixtures there.
Okay.
So we do that. We can coordinate it like right after.
Yes.
The settlement.
But yes, but we do coordinate it on your behalf. Like if you say, I want this fixture in this room, and then you pay your deposit, that's pretty much all you have to do. Take care of the rest.
So it really is almost, I mean, you pay out of pocket, but it really is almost part of the build, even though it might happen after settlement.
Correct.
You can make that purchase and know basically it's on order and it's going to be installed. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's another one we go in my house. Changing light fixtures every 6 months. Oh, mud on.
Well, they all the jewelry of the room.
Oh, you would. I would be in a room.
That's
This lady must have been listening to my previous podcast. She is clipping here. She is clipping, James.
No, but next week, even tomorrow, Adam will be talking to somebody. And like, so we're exploring new sculleries, and this here is the jewelry of the room. And if you watch multiple episodes, you'll get all those references.
That's really funny.
So what I actually always talk about is we have a number of options. We do have a small selection of lighting options for like chandeliers and pendants in the kitchen in Schell Brothers. But it is again, as we've talked about before, we have so many other finishes that we really want to be focusing on in terms of tile, carpet, flooring, fireplaces, like the lighting. We have a small people can choose from, but then I always say that you have your other choices. So you can choose the stuff that we have in the design studio with Schell Brothers. You can not do anything and do it yourself afterwards and get your own electrician and so on, or you can work with Decor Direct, and they obviously have a more of a plethora of choices, way more than what Schell Brothers has, because it's not, like I say, it's as much as
we're not limited to certain vendors.
Exactly,
like
You guys have just open book in that regards.
Yes.
And so in terms of choices, that's why a lot of people like to go with you guys, because you offer way more
right.
in that regards.
And you can see in the models, like I always do custom lighting in models. So just because, like you said, it's the jewelry of the home, but I am a big lighting person, so I'd love like an incredible fixture.
Yeah. And they've gotten like some good ones. Like, I don't know if just trends have changed, styles have changed, or if we're, again, just being in other divisions, bringing other, but like that last Cassidy model, that light fixture over the island.
Yes.
Everybody loved it, but that was a first.
That was a nightmare to hang, but we got
We
there.
had to do it a lot more
But
times.
it was a very
The big
heavy
dome?
fixture.
The big dome,
Yeah.
right? And when it was on the floor, it looked like it was
Everybody-
as big as this table. I was like,
I got more calls on that. This is going to be too big to hang. I was like, no, just wait until it gets up. It's going to look amazing. But
and it did. It looked amazing. Everyone loved it. No, you know, it's crazy. But again, it's one of those things. Like, it's not my wheelhouse, and well, obviously everything is in Adam's wheelhouse, right? But but it made a huge statement. It was great.
Yeah.
I actually feel that I am building a Cassidy, and I actually feel the fixture I brought myself, because I'm very good at this job. I'm very good at design. Lighting is actually my thing. Actually, lighting is all about it. I've got more light. If you look at my reviews, I have more light sconces than
That's awesome.
anybody.
Can't
I
wait
would
to
say.
see.
Yeah.
We will have to do a tour of the models and Adam's house.
But it is
when
the
they get
fifth
finished
model
up
of
there.
Monarch. It is the
Oh, it's
fifth
the fifth
model of
model.
Monarch. You've not heard that term before?
I have not heard that.
But I always like buy it, and then I'm like, I'm not too sure. Yeah, maybe that's not gonna. Anyway, we'll see. It's always the exciting thing. I've already realized in the last podcast, that one door is going to go into one light sconce every time already. So that's perfect. That's a good start. That's why I should have come to you guys. That's why I should have come to you guys. I did come for my window treatments.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I did my thing. I did
We'll
my
take
bit.
care of you.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so they sign up and meet with you guys, and then really, like, it's just a no stress process, really, isn't it? Once they've picked
It's a
it out.
lot less stressful. A lot of people get so stressed at the design center because it's all of the selections all at one time. You have one day to do all your build selections, and it's stressful on the homeowner, which is why they started this new design center that's going to open, that you can kind of play around with your colors before that day. With us, you're not limited to like one day of making all the selections for furniture throughout your house. We work with clients for years. You know, not everyone can afford, to go in and do a whole house full of furniture.
Right.
So we'll, concentrate on the primary areas, and then they'll call us a year later and they want to do their bedroom, or they want to finish their bonus room and things like that. So we work with clients literally for years.
Yep.
And how many, like, when we were talking about the choices, like, how many, what are the choices? What is, I really don't know. How many people or companies in terms of lighting, in terms of like,
oh my God,
we have
vendors, over 100.
hundreds of vendors.
okay.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're
we have a
unlimited,
lot.
basically.
We really are. And pretty much like anything that you can get in the local furniture stores, we carry all those same vendors. Plus, we have a lot of designer lines that we carry that aren't open to like a retail store.
And we have something for every budget too. So,
We do.
we have to fill all those gaps as well.
Sure.
So, But yes, the scope of your project is up to you. So if you only want to do your great room for now, and then you want to come back later, we just build from there. Unless you're ready, you can do it all at once. If that's
and we've
what
done
you're
plenty
into.
of, complete homes.
Yeah.
And we've done,
I'll
plenty
just
of,
have what the model
one room
has.
at a
Yeah, there you
time.
go.
Yeah, we've done a lot of that. People come in, they want exactly what the model.
Susan's obviously very good at her job, because yes, that is a lot of things that come through our doors. I want exactly what was in whatever.
We try not to duplicate
model.
everything.
Yeah.
I did have one homeowner in one of our not southern, but over the bridge in Bethany, Frankfurt area.
Yeah, this is southern. Just so you know. There's northern.
We're like in
division.
Virginia.
You've been divided into three, really.
Right. So over the other side of the Indian River Bridge, we had one
deep
homeowner that wanted to purchase the model, and it sold before they were putting an offer, and then it sold in the meantime. So he was devastated, and he wanted to duplicate the model. And the home site that he chose was right next to the model. And I was said, no, we can't duplicate the model. Like your neighbor can't have like the exact same things. So I was able to like coax him out of the exact duplication, but we duplicated a lot of stuff.
So we use Susan's models as inspiration.
Well, and they're kind of like a showroom because we have a very small showroom. So it's all the models are like Decor Direct satellite showroom.
Yes.
That we can, anything that you see in the models is available through us. And that happens even with our divisions, you know, Boise and Richmond and Nashville. If you see something online you like.
Yeah, the 3D walkthroughs on the Schell website are great for people.
We feel that a lot. People come in and they're always like, oh, what comes included and what is that? And we're like, this is a showroom. Like this is meant to show everybody, put our best foot forward. So people who are visiting that one time can see what we can do.
Absolutely,
Yeah, then you guys.
People have to envision, you know, even though it's added on in like moldings and that sort of thing, you know, those are things that you can do even after you get in. So, but to showcase, you know.
But your physical location, you do have a physical location.
We do.
And where is that physical location?
So we're kind of diagonal from Schell Brothers. We're directly behind Big Fish in Rehoboth off of Route 1.
So that new showroom, we're in the same building as the new.
And it's you guys and then Clean Energy USA, our solar sister in that regards, are in the same. So you do have physical presence where people can come.
Do.
Yes.
Go to the design studio and then you can come to you guys. That could be a long day. But I know sometimes for the preview. Sometimes for the preview, sometimes for the preview.
Yes, they can walk through and get like a little tour, and then we typically let them decompress from the design selections day and schedule it another day to meet. And
then Susan, you've been with obviously for a little while. Tell us how, I know like the name Decor Direct has changed from interior, you know, Echelon Interiors and so on. But tell us like how many designers are there now?
Oh yeah.
So there's 4 designers. 3 of them work directly with homeowners, and I do the models in the clubhouses. So yeah, we've grown. You know, I've been with the company 13 years.
Right.
So I was kind of the sole designer, and then we hired Jamie Centered, who's an amazing designer in her own right. So she and I kind of tag team clients for a couple of years, and then I got busier and busier with models, and we hired a 3rd designer who's no longer with us, and then Cathy came along.
There we go.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
And designer of the year. So
and designer of the year. In 3 years, she became designer of the year.
Oh my.
So.
And then you also have like, but there's also like you have a team behind that, right? And it's just in the
So yes. So behind every successful designer at Decor Direct is we have a lot of working people in different positions that are super. We couldn't do our jobs without them.
No.
The models, you know, takes a village to do the models. You know, I do all the selections and get all the credit for everything, but there's a whole team behind that has to order the furniture, arrange for everything to be set up. You know, we have Tim, who's like my right-hand man. He hangs all the artwork. He puts all the beds together, and he's my field tech and my work husband, basically.
Tim, nicest guy in the world.
Nicest guy in the world.
Love Tim.
And he's working with, what's there, 8 or 9 of us? It's all females and then Tim. Tim is the only guy, so he gets a lot of funny
shout outs.
He had to be the nicest guy in the world.
Yes, we're all pulling them 10 different directions.
Can you imagine him once he gets off and goes home? Like, I'm sure he's like a terror. Like, I'm sure.
So he has 9 other wives besides his wife. And
I've actually seen him at the grocery store though, alone. So he even shops. Like he's a good guy.
Yeah,
good guy.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah, he's amazing. But we do have a whole group of people that are behind the scenes making everything happen for clients, for models.
Yes, like when I said we facilitate the installation of the wallpaper and the lighting and the drapery panels, I don't literally mean like me.
I said the same thing when we don't build the houses. My hands are smooth.
Right, you guys are kind of the face of the houses.
Right.
The face of Decor Directs, but there's a whole group of people that are really hardworking.
Yeah, I do have to say, I've actually been, I think I remember at Old Town, I remember numerous times I've bumped or I'm snooping in the model and seeing Susan and her team of people put in a model.
Like little elves.
Yeah, put in a model together and we're like, you go in there and you're like, okay. And then you come back 2 hours and it's totally changed in that regards. And it's pretty awesome. So, it's a huge undertaking. I think people probably don't realize in terms of, and then the amount of time you do it in as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's basically moving into a new house. So you know what, but moving into a new house and making all the beds and steaming all the beds and drapes and window treatments and artwork and accessories in 5 days is.
Yeah, but except when I move into a house, there's boxes for 3 years. So it's very different than moving into a house.
It's very different. Yeah. Imagine unpacking all those boxes
the whole house,
within the week and hanging all the artwork and so forth. So it's quite a task, but I love it. So
out of curiosity, then what is, like, if you were going to work with somebody and they come to you and they're not going to do the whole house, do you have like an area of the home that you prefer, like if you were going to design?
So yeah, absolutely. I wasn't sure. You work with like great room, dining room, and kitchen is the core of the
Everyone's going to start there.
Everybody,
but I think he's asking, is that your favorite?
Yeah,
my
like
favorite.
Design, yeah.
So I love like the secondary bedrooms and the bonus rooms to try to do something different with each model.
You can kind of tinker around in there a little bit.
Yeah, I tend to favor like the rooms I do twin beds in. And, so that's kind of like my favorite go-to places.
That Cassidy model with those the like safari style, like the you had the heads off, like the little.
Yes,
that was great.
Yeah,
everybody loved that. Yeah, everybody loved that. Yeah.
I do like the off rooms, the bonus rooms and
basements.
So forth, and the
basements are usually fun.
Yeah, they are.
Just because
people are just willing to do a little something.
Right.
Yeah,
extra.
you can go out of the box a little bit.
You can nudge them a little further out of their comfort.
Yeah.
Which brings us on to Monarch. I always like to bring things back to Monarch when I can in Middletown because we have
a very secular conversation.
And Middletown is an amazing group community as well.
Yeah. We have 4 model homes.
We do
being built, which is our Parade of Homes, which is going to be in September, which is going to be awesome.
Stay tuned.
But tell us a bit more. Tell us a bit more about the Parade of Homes and tell us about what you're doing in the Parade of Homes because it is a first time, an exclusive.
It is
for Schell Brothers.
It is. So I think it was inspired. The management team went to Richmond, or maybe it was Nashville, and went to the Parade of Homes in Nashville. And just the excitement of all these builders together, doing different homes and, really kind of blinging everything out, kind of inspired the management team to think of doing a Parade of Homes. There's no Parade of Homes in Delaware. Yep. So we wanted to kind of introduce the concept of Parade of Homes, and we're hoping in the future maybe other builders will get join in and it'll become bigger and bigger and bigger. But for this first year, at Schell Brothers, we're doing 4 different models, and we're taking designers from the Nashville and the Richmond division as well as Delaware, and we each have a model. So it's kind of like a somewhat friendly competition.
I think it's friendly.
No.
It's very competitive. Yeah, it's very competitive.
There's one dining room chair that Susan and I might be fighting over.
Yes, there's a couple things that we were kind of, you have that in yours, darn.
What team are we guys on?
So I'm doing, I'm co-designing with Team Nashville and Team Richmond.
Okay.
And then Cathy.
I am Team Shearwater with the one and only Maddie Adler.
Thankfully.
Worth his weight in gold, that one.
And then Jamie Centered is teaming with Karen and Rihanna in our Delaware division. So
and they're doing the Chesapeake.
And they're doing the Chesapeake. My teams are doing the Cassidy and the Bridgeport.
Nice.
Oh, so you got two bets in the game. You got 2 horses. You got 2 horses in the race.
I'm co-designing, so it's really in their names.
Okay.
With the Nashville designer, which is Desiree and Kaylee.
And they're doing the Bridgeport.
They're doing the Bridgeport.
But the Cassidy is yours.
No, the Cassidy is mine and Catherine and Lee's from Richmond.
Okay, got you.
So Catherine's is taking the lead on that, and I'm helping on the backside of it.
Yeah, very cool.
But very unusual because we've typically in every community there's usually just one model. We're going to have 4.
Yes.
And then typically, obviously, say Susan does all of them. And this time, like I say, it has become a competition per se.
Friendly competition.
Yeah. There's never been such a thing. But anyway, a competition to see. Are we doing votes? How does it work?
Yes, we are doing votes.
I think there is going to be
the homeowners who walk the
So typically a Parade of Homes, obviously is open to the public, and people vote on like their favorite kitchen or, you know, favorite model home as a whole.
There'll be different categories.
There'll be different categories that they vote on. And
So you'll basically all win something.
so,
Well,
I mean, there will be a
wins every-
cumulative
Yeah.
like winner chicken dinner. Like there
There's no
will be.
participation award. Is
we
what I'm
were
trying to say.
allowed in the bonus rooms and the basement to kind of go out of the shell, which is going to be
I've
hard
heard.
for sales. I know.
Sorry,
Go out
guys.
of the shell offerings and to do a little, spice it up a little bit and do a little bit of offerings that you can be inspired to do on your own after you move in.
Do
So
you want to
just
give
see
us
the protection.
any hints about what you?
I don't think so.
You're not going to give any hints, not even a little.
You don't even know.
Hey, if you want to
necessarily.
share,
I
you
don't.
share.
I
If
don't
you
feel
wanna do
like
an
I should if
exclusive-
she's not going to.
Yeah.
I've been telling people.
He's posting it. He's posting it. Yeah. You know.
There's some fun spaces for kids. There's some fun spaces for adults. There's relaxation
There is real.
elements.
Relaxation elements.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
That's a route we can go.
Health-
really scared
Health
around it.
spa.
Yeah.
Elements.
My hint was going to be cold plunge.
Well, that's
That was
is
your
that a hint? Or is that exactly what it is?
Well, I mean, you have to imagine a whole space around that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I actually haven't got that in my head yet, because it's a big room that's
Yeah.
got that
That's the
stuff.
stay tuned part.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's,
Yeah.
you know, wineries.
Oh, now she's in. Now she's in it.
Yeah,
now she's in the
now-
game.
Now
She's-
that's loose.
now the loose lips are
Just
coming.
had to say one
Another one.
thing.
We get another one. Water.
Right, exactly. More vodka.
Well, here, so I have
There's some speakeasy
The
elements.
speakeasy is very
yours to
exciting.
share.
I gotta say.
Really?
Oh, well,
Oh, you're gonna share other
mine is a
people?
little bit too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very, because that's going to be in the Chesapeake, and that's where we're going to have the sales center. So, like, it would be
Yep.
just so happens that where
Where's
I'm
Adam again?
selling in the
Right.
garage,
Funny how that
in
happened.
the
and it ends up
basement, the
being-
walkout basement, there's
Right.
going to be a speakeasy.
Yes.
I mean,
And I don't think that was
Yeah.
a secret because I follow Monarch on Facebook and they did
Oh, no.
share that.
No, he shared that. He's
It was Monarch.
I am on it.
Right.
Okay. I understand how the
Hey, Crystal.
administration works, but I don't think we said too much.
Well,
since it
when
was
I
on
went down
Facebook.
there, the funny thing was when I went down and I was going through with the construction guys, I hadn't really, because there's like I say, there's 4 models. Like I knew about the cold plunge and other stuff happening in the shear water because that's the first house we walked.
Right.
And then I went through that and I was like, what's this on the floor? And because we usually put the names
terrible.
on the floor in construction. So you'll say great room, it'll say study, bedroom, and so on. And I went into this room in the basement and it said speakeasy. And I was like, my dreams have been answered.
Yeah.
He's
You know the worst part?
Adam found his home.
The worst part about this, I've known about it for months.
Right.
I've had this conversation with him for months.
He says these things.
And then he
That-
sends me this text with it on the floor, and I'm like, I didn't even respond. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is the
Right.
story of my life. The story
That
of my
is
life.
funny.
Which makes sense because the marketing director Alyssa said, "Yeah, go ahead, speak to Painted Stave, do some things, do some spirits, and
Right.
it makes all sense now."
And yeah,
Right.
he's known about it for
Actually,
a long time.
That
I'm
is
very
too
determined
funny.
now, actually, to really get my cocktail game in gear.
Oh,
Yeah, you could do like mixology classes
You could.
down
Yeah,
there.
It's a
I'm not sure I could do it, but I certainly want
That's
to
a big
take them.
I think she said that's what I think
Yeah.
she meant, right?
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay,
Sure.
Well, we know a guy. We know a guy.
You could get the
know a guy.
entertaining or the bartender award.
Yes.
You know,
I
during
was just thinking more of the tasting award.
Tasting.
In that regards.
It's
I
true.
could
I
do
can
a
see it.
simple. I am
So
seriously.
you're pretty good at cocktails and so. I remember when you were up at like Senators and so forth, you were doing, I don't know if you were doing margaritas or something one night, and they were really good. Like they
Oh,
got
yeah?
great reviews. Handshaking margaritas, I
Okay.
think is what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of a hidden talent.
But now I really want to take it to.
They were to go to, from Agave.
but you know what? He shook them. They
He
looked
shook
very
'em. He
professional,
shook 'em.
and he poured them.
Voila.
And it was like,
Bob's your
amazing.
uncle, as we would
Yeah.
say. Bob's your uncle, as we would say. All right, well, that is super exciting. I know I'm
It is.
I'm talking
Very
about my
exciting.
community, but that is like a kind of like a first for Schell Brothers.
It
And it's really going to be the whole of September, every weekend. Obviously, you can come to, there'll be events as well on the weekend,
Yes.
which is going to be super exciting.
You know, but I'm curious. I was going to ask you guys. So with Monarch, they've started doing a lot of new different schemes for the elevations, a lot of different
Yeah.
colors, things we
Yeah.
haven't seen really in this division. Has that open things up for you guys? Do you get to do more design wise now? Because
It has. Yeah, it definitely has. Like the exterior, we're offering, the painted soffits and so forth, the trim colors, the contrast trim colors. And then there's a couple elements that we're adding inside the homes that we're hoping get a good response, and they'll be added to potential Schell
selections, offerings. Yeah.
So, and I know the pantries, we're really doing butler pantries now, some dirty kitchens, and yeah, and so we're excited, to add these things as offerings. So hopefully we get good feedback from the public once they open.
So it's on you now, is what you're saying.
Yes,
Kind of is.
the pressure is on.
Kind of is one.
Well, whilst we have you, and we're talking about that and what you're excited about at Monarch in terms of these new areas and materials. Why don't you tell us what is the big thing at the moment for you guys? What are the big trends in the design world, would you say, what people should be aware of when they're designing their home or looking to furnish their home in that sense?
I think a lot of people are going right now like neutrals and very earthy kind of
but like warmer neutrals, not so much gray.
Yeah, the gray is kind of
tan,
like a warmer
golden.
gray and so forth. But yeah, definitely neutrals. Greens are really making a comeback right now. A lot of greens. But yeah,
my dreams are coming true because yellow is a thing now.
Cathy's a big yellow. Anytime we get new,
I was given such a hard time for so long, and now people like it.
Yes,
Here we go.
Yeah.
They like it where?
So. Accents, not as.
Are you another
Adam is
hater?
not people,
I am
apparently.
not a yellow. In fact, I will tell you this. I was designing my house and I was doing the bathroom and I was like, man, I don't know whether if I did this tile, which was kind of yellowish, like I didn't know how I would paint it.
The wall color.
Yeah. You'd have
the yellow tile. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be yellow or brown. And I was like, I don't think I can do that. So I actually had to change the tile, late change.
Remember
to more of a
I don't know
grayish.
that I would put yellow somewhere so permanent as a tile. I would more incorporate it into
accents.
It's more.
more
It's
of
like wallpaper accent.
Wallpaper, pillows, area rugs,
That,
draperies, like
artwork.
draperies.
That
in your
Ainsley.
drape.
You remember the Ainsley and Winstone?
Okay, so there's a funny story about the Ainsley and Winston. When I started doing the models for Schell, the company was much smaller, and Chris Schell was very involved in the models.
Yep.
And he was very much like everything had to get approved through him and so forth. And
well, let's just preempt that. Chris being obviously the top fashionable guy in clothing and housing. So he is a authority in knowing in that regard, right? That's my
definitely
boss.
Authority, yes. He was very focused on the models because it's kind of the face of Schell Brothers. So he was very, he wanted to grow the company, and he had an aversion to gray and hated gray. I could not do gray siding. I could not do the gray carpet. I couldn't do gray fabrics and so forth. So I had a couple models under my belt, and the Ainsley came off, and I really wanted to do gray and yellow. So I went to Chris and I was like, but what do you think about this? And, I probably had like 5 models under my belt at the time. He was like, as long as it looks good.
No pressure.
I did it. And it was actually one of my favorite models, but it was only open for like a minute because the community sold out and we were out of there.
That was a great model. So that was like,
I love that model.
I was never a huge yellow fan, but when I saw that paired together, I was like, okay, it was great.
It was gray and yellow.
Great.
Funny note, I actually heard that story. Like I heard that.
Oh, you did?
Oh, about Chris accepting the gray.
I was so worried a bit, but obviously I'm still here, so I guess I did okay. It wasn't his favorite model, but I did okay. But
I mean, if you'd have done blue, you'd have been okay because that is his
blue on a model, and then I snuck the gray and yellow, and then went back to blue just to please.
He likes his blue for sure.
He likes his blues.
The story around that mulberry too at Bayfront. I forget. I thought you picked that up at the end too, but I won't have to get into that.
Bayfront, no, that was done by previous designer, but I did a model in Bayfront after that.
Maybe that's what it was.
That was the front one. You did the front one versus not the back one.
Right. Yeah. She did the back one.
But you finished
Mulberry. And
yes, it changed from a mulberry to a Mayberry.
And then I did a Mayberry towards a couple years later towards the front. So,
but it is true. Like we talked about it with going through models when they're just in frame.
Oh, yeah.
The guys in the construction team are like, oh, we're going to do this walkthrough with Chris. Oh, my God. Everything's going to change. He's going to change this. He's going to change that. And it's the same thing with the designers in terms of Chris walks through and you're just like, Hope he's smiling. Hope he stays smiling.
I used to lose sleep before the manager walkthroughs because Chris, he's very particular.
He sees it.
He sees everything. But the worst one, and it really wasn't on me, it was on, and it wasn't on anyone in particular, but the worst walkthrough I ever went through was the Cassidy up at Senators. But we walked through, and it was the first time we built a Cassidy without the second story on it. So we walked through, it was a frame stage floor. We walked through, so, the house is up, windows are in, the roof's on, I think shingles were on the roof. And we walked through, and we had done a cathedral seal or a vaulted ceiling in the great room. And then the kitchen dropped down to the 10-foot ceiling.
Oh.
And we walked down, and Chris was like, I hate that. Rip off the roof, order new trusses. I want to have a cathedral like all the way through. And all of us, like all 10 of us on this walk, we were like, and Johnny Cristaldi, I have to give it to him. He was like, all right, boss, roof trusses ordered tomorrow. I'm ripping off the roof, ripping off the shit. Like, and he did. And it was,
happen.
and I have to say, to Chris's credit,
he was right.
He was right. It made it look very tiny inside, having, the kitchen.
There's only a few floor plans that have the great room and kitchen all
and
bolted.
he was right. Cassie's is now one of our top selling plans, because of that.
Opens it up.
It opens it up. Chris actually knows what he's talking about. He was absolutely right on that. So yeah, a lot of times those frame stage tours can go a different direction, and the poor construction managers or designers, can
anything else in the world of design? I see a lot more stained cabinets versus.
Yes, I was going to say traditional in general is kind of having its moment.
It is.
We're doing even like florals and things.
And the wood floors are warming up, and now LVP has come like a long way. I would say probably 60-70% of people are doing LVP flooring instead of the hardwood floor, the engineered hardwood floors. They've come along. They look great. Like 5 years ago, you could really tell, one was a vinyl floor and one was, engineered hardwood. But now,
we have people all the time like bending down, like
is it
wood?
Sometimes when I walk through the models,
it's difficult. It is difficult.
I'm like, did I use LVP or did I use hardwood floor?
That's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Tell.
Yeah, it's a great thing. And people with dogs and being at the beach, with sand and
what about metal? What about metals? What about like for? I'm really showing my.
Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed with it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing it right.
Yes, getting all your textures.
You don't want to add that one.
Yeah, brass, like a brushed brass is still very popular now.
Yes.
And I think black is always, black
always.
has been strong for a couple of years. I'm starting to see, polished chrome come back in the market, and people, there's more and more fiction. It's funny because the trends get set on the West Coast, like California is usually a year or two ahead of us. So now that we have divisions in Boise, I kind of go look up things in California because that's kind of, it trends to Boise first and then kind of makes its way to the East Coast. So just like the dirty kitchens and the butler pantries and so forth kind of started, on the West Coast. So yeah, we definitely are seeing trends of metals kind of change too.
Anything that someone can do during like their home selections, like in the design studio, that'll make your process easier. Like, are there things that like stick with? Are there things that just don't go out of style that make it easy?
So I always think it's easy, and I do it in the models. Stick with things that are timeless. For your permanent selections, maybe like a backsplash, or a tile in one of the bathrooms. But you don't want to lock yourself into like green on the floor, in your bathroom and that sort of thing, because
you like it now.
3 to 5 years, a trend is typically 3 to 5 years for like a big trend. So you want to make sure that you put, if you use green, do it in area
like you can always repaint a wall or take wallpaper down, paint, or
are very easy to change up. So just be careful. Make sure you're picking things that you loved and have always loved. And it's going to stand the test of time rather than getting caught in a trend that you're sorry.
I've got a lot of questions. These are all just for me, really.
Okay.
I actually do tell a story because I remember my dad, God bless his soul, he had a wallpaper table. at home. Yeah, like the fold up and then the long one.
Right.
Back in the day, he was our wallpaper. Like I used to see him out there slapping that stuff up, and then he would put it on the walls. And I used to think like, wow, like, well, yeah, I think back now and I think everybody was doing wallpaper. Yeah. Wallpaper is such a big thing. But let me tell you, doing wallpaper
big right now. Yes.
But it's almost like an art craft.
Yeah. It is.
For the installers, because it's not cheap to do wallpaper.
It's not cheap. And the materials for wallpaper are changing. Maddie and I just did a wallpaper in the Miralon Clubhouse. Yeah. It's kind of a wood veneer wallpaper and it has dimension to it. It's actually very, very cool. A little bit of a nightmare for installers, but now they bring saws with them. You know,
because the front bedroom in the first Miralon Cathie was great. Like, it's the first time I walked into a room, I was like, oh, wallpaper.
And that was a dimensional.
I think the installer almost quit on you that time.
That wallpaper installer was not happy with me with that. But
what's the biggest issue? The weight falling off the wall? Or
it's cutting it. You can't just you can't just cut it with like a razor blade. Right. You have to actually use a saw.
Yeah.
So like cut wallpaper, which is kind of insane.
Wow.
Worth it.
But
I need to have a look at that clubhouse. I'm intrigued now to see that wood.
As soon as you walk in, it's actually very cool.
You would like it. Yeah.
I do. I mean,
you can do cork.
Yep. Yeah. Cork, and there's like some stone applications too, like stone veneers.
And obviously grass cloth will always be popular.
Yeah, but wallpaper is definitely a big trend right now.
Is there anything else that's a big trend in terms of like that on walls or as accent walls as?
Accent walls. I mean, paint colors are a big trend. Of course, molding. I'm a big molding person, so when you walk in the malls, you're going to see a lot of bling out moldings.
Yes, being coastal, like people love their shiplap.
Yeah. Yep. And dark colors, especially like out west and then Nashville and Richmond. A lot of the homes you're seeing like darker color exteriors, kind of like what you did on your home in the Cassidy.
Fine.
And then dark interiors. So a lot of the models, in the other divisions are a lot darker than what we do in Delaware.
I think we're going to try to experiment a little bit with color drenching up there too.
Yes, in Monarch.
Which is very fun.
Well, we're just nodding, but we actually don't know what is color drenching.
So color drenching would be if you put molding on your walls and then you have trim around your windows, obviously, and then you have your flat wall that you left alone, and everything in that room is painted the same color.
Including the ceiling.
Including the ceiling.
Trim wall, ceiling,
windows,
molding, like everything. Is done, and we've did.
So you can even just do it in like a really nice creamy color.
Yes,
Study Miralon. Yes, that's what I was going to. Actually, that was saying what I wanted to get out.
A lot of wallpaper on.
It makes a big statement.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
But can you do that in? Well, I guess you can. You're going to answer this question. You can do that in one room, and you can stop it.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be an enclosed room.
It would be most popular in a study.
Yeah, and you don't, or a bedroom. You don't want to have like your whole house looking like a cave. Like if you do a dark color.
No, but in terms of color drenching, can you color drench like a foyer, but leave the great room?
Absolutely.
As long as there's trim to stop at.
Yeah, actually, it's more impactful when it is one room as opposed to like everywhere. So it just makes it a little more special.
You ask the question, and they say, "Yeah." You and I are going, "Really? I don't." But the experts are telling us, "Yes."
I know. I believe it. I actually really love the look when you do the whole thing. I really do. And I guess we first, and again, also with the shiplap, even when we at the Jameson when we painted the shiplap, that was a lot of people love that.
And that was a couple of years in the making. Like I was trying to paint shiplap, and I was told, "No, this is what Schell offers," and we're giving a little more leadway with the models because it is something that a homeowner can do after the fact, even though Schell doesn't offer colors on like
if they're hiring a painter to paint anyway, they can paint over the shiplap. So
it's all about showing.
Well, that's a great thing, right? So a lot of not to name any names, but most builders, right? They have painted models. They have furniture in their models. They have wallpaper in their models, right?
Yes.
And they're showing things that can be done after the fact. But they don't necessarily, most of those production builders, they don't provide a service for that. So really as an extension, we are still showing things that we can provide through your services.
Exactly. All the moldings are selectable options with Schell. It's just the painting of those like in a dark color is not an option through Schell.
But you could facilitate that.
Yeah, we can facilitate.
So, so that's great. So when people come in and like, no, we can't do it. Like, I don't have a line item for it. And no, we're not going to do it during production necessarily, but after the fact, we can still, as an extension through you guys, we can still offer those things. That's awesome.
Great. Awesome. I could actually talk a bit more about that, but I won't because I do love hearing about, like, I know things are always moving, and we were just with someone from our inside the office was how things are always moving. With you guys, everything's always changing. Nothing ever stays the same in that sense. So hearing about what is cool to put up in the homes and models.
The enthusiasm is heightened right now because he's in it.
Yeah.
He's in it, right? So we're no longer talking for them out there. We were talking for Adam in here. What else? What else?
Well, I think it's cool. And you've been through building with Schell too, that you guys have the customer experience now too.
Yes.
So it really helps you help people who are maybe first time homeowners, or maybe just building a new house, from scratch. They've never done that. So it's actually kind of cool that you guys have that experience of what it's like on the customer side of it. And the Monarch
was my first and only frame stage tour, and I learned a lot.
I
really enjoyed being there, actually.
We did not rip off any roofs or anything.
No.
Those models, they were pretty
They
good.
did that after you left.
That I'm aware of.
I do think some windows got taken out of mine. I do think some windows changed. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can confirm.
All right, quick fire round. In that regard. So you both have to answer separately, and you can't use the same answer. Never done that
Wait, who
before.
goes
James
first?
likes that. James is nodding. I can just see James's head over the top. Yeah,
Family
nice.
Feud, one can leave. Right? Number one answer.
Family Feud.
I'm not great on the spot. Just his Rob Holler with the interview. It's not
Rob's
my
never been there.
Somebody trips and falls.
All right, you guys are going out for dinner. Your favorite spot in the area to go out for dinner?
I would say Rehoboth area. I'm an agave person. I love agave.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you in agave a few times.
Yes, I've been there a couple margaritas later.
There you go. Kathy?
That's kind of my go-to.
I am pretty simple when it comes to that sort of thing, so I would probably have to say Louis Pizza.
Oh,
there you go.
Louis.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
I'm a cheap date.
Louis is very landmark.
Yes, French fries are my favorite food. I have actually gone to Louis, gotten fries and pizza, and then left Louis and walked to Thrasher's and got more fries.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's not, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
I live
wear it
south
with
of
pride.
the bridge in Virginia for you guys over the River Bridge. And Saltwater 75, there's a lot of great places down, like Ocean City, Fenwick area that we tend to go to.
Okay, good.
Catch 54 is great.
Catch 54 is great.
Yes.
Yep. Very cool.
Yep.
Best Schell event. You've been here long enough now, both of you.
Oh,
Best Schell event that you like to go to.
I have to say, it's probably going to be surprising. I have to say the Shelleys.
Okay.
Why is that surprising?
It's a great
Frank does it. I know Frank's kind of tainted it, but
I love the Shelleys, and I missed this year because I was out in Idaho setting up a model, so I missed this year's Shelleys. But I always look forward to that.
That's good.
It's just kind of fun to make fun of all of our coworkers throughout the year of blunders that happen, and the entertainment's always great.
very cool. Cathy.
I like the family night opening of Schellville for just us employees.
Yeah.
I love meeting people's families. I love bringing my son. He really enjoys that night. And he thinks it's the best thing ever that he can eat as much as he possibly can.
So I have to say, I have a 4.5-year-old granddaughter, and we went on vacation. We went to, every year we go something different, like Aruba, or we went to Punta Cana last year. And on the plane on the way home, I was like, what was your favorite vacation? Did you like last year, Aruba or Punta Cana? She was like, I love Punta Cana, but my favorite vacation, Mimi, is Schellville. Which stole my heart. I told Chris Schell that because that's and Chris is like, that's the.
It's such a heartwarming. You feel like you're in a Hallmark movie.
He wanted to have for the community, and I was like, well, you got one fan. My
lot of fans, huge fans.
Love Schellville.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
And then outside of Schell events, favorite event down here at the beach during the year that you like to go to?
I like doing the concerts in Freeman stage. I love that.
Ah, yeah.
Put in for it.
Did you put your
I did. I put my top 3 picks in.
What'd you put in for?
So I put in for James Taylor, and my number 1 pick was James Taylor because
Okay.
I love his music from years ago. And then Jake Owen was one,
Okay.
and then Cole Swindell. Where I'm more on the
Oh,
country
more country
side.
girl.
I'm more on the
I'm
country
all
girl.
country.
We're not in competition.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Kathy, did you put in for
Actually,
you?
that's the good thing about not
didn't.
many people are country here. So I kind of see like Scott
No?
Rogers
Oh,
and
nice.
like
Yeah.
I see the
do a lot
same
of country.
people, and we kind of get our first picks.
Okay.
Usually as
Yeah.
the country act.
I have not put in for any Freeman tickets yet. When's the cutoff?
have until
Tomorrow?
Thursday.
So tomorrow,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I did mine.
Yeah.
I did all 3 the same. I didn't
I
spread
kind
my
of,
bets.
I
So
kind
I was
of
going to
knew.
do that, and I was like, I
so
don't
it
know.
doesn't
So
help.
We're
but
very
we
lucky. We have a
Extremely lucky.
So Chris is they're generous.
Yes,
with,
we,
like-
we sponsor the Carl Freeman stage. And because of that, we do have some opportunities where we have a box, or now I think it's a box now, right? Because it's brand
it's a
new,
box
brand new
thing,
this
yeah.
year. It's brand new this year. I've been to a number of them where we've had seats, but this year we actually have a box, and we're very lucky as a company that Chris gets us the ability to go to these events and shows. And we have to, it's a lottery because there's a lot of us and we can't all go. But it is kind of a cool little thing that I'm glad you mentioned, actually, fact, because we
Yes.
are very lucky that we're able to possibly get the opportunity to go to something. And it's all, I mean, it's a load of shows. I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's what we talk about.
Yes.
The other things, again, culture, the company, like it just doesn't go to the executives or to the owners.
No.
Like he shares it with the entire
Yeah,
company.
he does a good job. With,
Which is just another, again,
Yes.
per great extension.
what did you put in for?
Huh? I only put in for 2. So John Mulaney is a comedian,
Oh,
great
Okay.
comedian, and then Ray LaMonte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
So Adam,
a
who
good
was
one.
your pick?
Yeah.
Who was your first, second, and third
Well,
pick?
my first, second, third pick is the opening night, which is Matteo Bocelli. That is my boy.
I
That's
didn't even think of it.
awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't
which is
even-
I
Andre Bocelli's son.
Yes.
If you don't know,
Actually, now I want to redo mine.
no, can't. Too late. Too late. Too late.
Too late.
You're off.
I'll
You're
put
off.
Karen
See,
in. I'll
that
put
will
Karen.
be-
Put him
I
in.
haven't submitted yet, so
Yes. Oh, damn. I
That
should
will
have
be a
mentioned
good one.
Well, it's his new tour, and I'm not going to pick it up, but I'm very excited because I kind of wonder. I love the Freeman stage, and it's an amazing organization.
is.
Matteo is kind of a big deal,
no, they're
as
big
is the
acts,
family. So getting them to open up for the season is
amazing,
huge. So
yes.
I'm kind of not saying there's nothing wrong with all the other acts in that regard. So Matteo is, but it's a new tour for him. So very hopefully fingers crossed
Yeah.
that they get the ticket.
But no,
But
for,
anyway,
people, but for people who don't know, though, like you alluded, like I saw Seinfeld there last year.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
oh,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
like
Yeah,
I
they-
wanted
yeah,
to
I get it.
go.
For people who are looking,
there's something for everyone.
yeah, for people who are looking down and they move to the area, they think there's not area arts or shows or things to do.
Good point.
there it is.
Yeah, no, the Freeman State, and it's a beautiful setting, a great planned night
is.
if you're going to go
Yeah.
out. Like, yeah, no,
a range of
Oh, yeah.
musical acts from different genres and
Absolutely.
comedians,
yeah.
orchestras and the whole shebang. Like it is amazing. We're very lucky that it's so close, and very lucky that Chris gets us tickets in that ability. But Kathy, you never told us your
There you
favorite
go.
event.
Local event.
Yes.
I would love to just take a tour. If you could take the parking out of the equation of all the fireworks shows in the area on the 4th of July.
I was torn between because Bethany fireworks on the beach every year are just,
Yes, to watch fireworks
Amazing.
in the sand on the beach. I mean, it's
Yes.
magical. Just
It is.
blow stuff up.
So true.
So cool.
So true.
so true.
Yeah, I'm more of a Lewis Beach firework guy, but I am always amazed
Yes.
how many people come from miles and miles and miles away to come and celebrate July 4th
Yes.
on the beach. Like
Yeah.
it
Oh,
is
it is
truly,
amazing.
truly amazing. That is also. God, you guys did great.
Yeah.
You guys did great today.
High five.
Yeah. Well, that is everything. Again, thank you for coming
No, thank
on
you. Thanks
for
and
the
joining us. It
invite.
was really, really, really awesome. I'm now going to go and change my whole house. But
Give us
And
a
before,
call, Adam.
there you go. Oh, you famous last words. before
for the
we
favor.
before we go, right though. So new Schell homeowners will hear from you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They'll reach out. Someone who is watching, who is not who lives in the area but is not currently a Schell homeowner. Best way to contact you guys.
Call the office.
Yep.
Decor Direct office, and we'll get you hooked up with a designer on
Absolutely.
staff and help you through the whole process.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, that was a
Cheers.
pleasure. Cheers.